Welcome to the video today, where we're exploring India, a country rich in culture and history and also a rising superpower on the world stage. India's ancient civilization and diverse society have contributed to its unique culture, and this culture is a source of pride for Indians and an attraction for people around the world. But India is more than just its culture, it is also a rapidly growing economy, a young and vibrant population, and a country with significant influence on the world stage. Let's take a closer look at why India is considered to be a superpower in the making. First things first, what does it actually mean for a country to be a superpower? Basically, it's a country that has a ton of influence on the world stage, both economically and militarily. And India, with its booming economy and growing military might, is definitely a country to keep an eye on. India's rapidly growing economy, which is expected to continue growing at a fast pace. Highlight the fact that India's GDP growth is expected to be 6.9% in 2023, which makes India one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. India's economy is expected to reach $5 trillion by 2025 and $10 trillion by 2030 according to a report by Niti Aayog. India is also the third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity, PPP, and is expected to become the third largest in terms of nominal GDP by 2028. India's demographic dividend, which is a strong driver of economic growth. India has a large and young population with more than half of its population under the age of 25 and a median age of 27, and this large potential workforce is driving economic growth. According to the United Nations, India's working-age population is expected to grow by about 400 million people between 2018 and 2050, which will be a major driver of economic growth. India's demographic dividend is also expected to boost productivity and increase the rate of economic growth. India's urbanization, which is expected to grow by over 400 million by 2050, leading to the creation of new cities and towns, and driving economic growth and creating new business opportunities. According to the World Economic Forum, India is expected to add around 300 million urban dwellers by 2050, creating a need for the development of nearly 20 new cities and urban settlements. Urbanization is also expected to drive innovation, productivity, and economic growth. Discuss India's industrialization, which is rapidly happening with a growing manufacturing sector that is expected to generate jobs and drive economic growth. India is also becoming a hub for the IT and services sectors, and has a growing startup ecosystem. According to a report by the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, the manufacturing sector in India is expected to grow at a rate of 12 to 14% annually over the next 5 years and contribute to 25 to 30% of the country's GDP by 2025. The IT and IT-enabled services sector is also expected to reach $350 billion by 2025. India is also becoming an important player in the global supply chain and is expected to become a manufacturing hub for various sectors such as electronics, automobiles, and textiles. India's digitization, which is rapidly digitizing its economy, with a growing number of people accessing the internet and using digital services. This is creating new opportunities for businesses and entrepreneurs in areas like e-commerce, digital payments, and fintech. According to a report by Google, Temasek and Bain & Company, India's internet economy is expected to double to $250 billion by 2025, with e-commerce and digital payments being the biggest drivers of growth. The government of India is also taking steps to increase digital penetration and digital literacy, which will further drive the growth of the digital economy. India's foreign direct investment, FDI, which is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for foreign direct investment. As per the latest figures of the government, India has registered its highest ever total FDI inflows of $84.84 billion in 2022. According to the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, India was the 9th largest recipient of FDI in 2020 and is expected to move up the ranks in the coming years. India's FDI inflows are expected to increase in the coming years due to factors such as ease of doing business, market size, and a young and skilled workforce. India's military capabilities, which gives it significant influence on the world stage. India is a nuclear power and has a growing defense industry. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, India is the world's second-largest importer of arms and is expected to continue to strengthen its military capabilities in the future. India is also a major contributor to peacekeeping missions and is a member of various international organizations such as the United Nations, G20, BRICS, and the World Trade Organization, WTO. India's military capabilities and its role in international organizations give it significant influence on the world stage. India's political stability and democratic government, which makes it a predictable partner for other countries. India has a stable political system and a democratic government, which makes it a predictable partner for other countries. India's political stability and democratic system also provide a conducive environment for foreign investment and economic growth. In conclusion, India is making significant strides on the world stage and is considered by many experts to be a superpower in the making. India's rapidly growing economy, large and young population, urbanization, industrialization, digitization, foreign direct investment, military capabilities, and political stability are all indicators of its potential to become a superpower. India's rich culture and history, and its diverse society, also make it an attractive partner for other countries. As we've seen, India's GDP is expected to reach $5 trillion by 2025 and $10 trillion by 2030, its urbanization and demographic dividend are driving economic growth, and it's becoming a hub for the IT and services sectors, and has a growing startup ecosystem. India's digitization is rapidly digitizing its economy, with a growing number of people accessing the internet and using digital services, which is creating new opportunities for businesses and entrepreneurs. In addition, India's FDI is becoming an increasingly attractive destination for foreign direct investment, with FDI inflows $84 billions. India's military capabilities and political stability also give it significant influence on the world stage. In short, India is a country to watch, and we encourage you to learn more about India, its history, and culture, and consider India as an investment or business opportunity. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it informative and insightful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one.